Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm still Christine, and this is still Gerry, because this is so exciting to have somebody with your mental capabilities on the show. We left off with Gerry's going to define, for those of you who perhaps aren't sure, the difference between a mentalist, a hypnotist, and a psychic. What exactly is a mentalist?
Okay, so let's categorize them. A hypnotist hypnotizes you.
Right.
Does hypnosis, makes you do all sorts of interesting things. If you're going for clinical hypnosis, you stop smoking, you stop biting your nails, bedwetting, whatever your problem happens to be. Stage hypnosis, you act like a chicken and, do rude things to chairs. So that's hypnosis.
Yeah.
Psychics, to me, and everybody has a broad description, to me, psychic is somebody who claims to be able to talk to the dead.
Okay.
I have enough trouble talking to the living. I am not a psychic at all.
You don't want to talk to the dead.
I don't. I don't think
either.
it's possible.
Okay.
I don't think there's any form of communication. And one day you got to get my mother on here, because we will debate this for the next 300 years.
Okay.
So
In the afterlife, you'll debate it.
Okay. Then she'll be right. Then we don't have to debate it. It's just like, see, I told you.
There you are.
And a mentalist is somebody who... mentalism is a form of magic. Magic itself has different offshoots. You can be an escape artist. You're being locked in trunks and handcuffs and you escape. That was what Houdini was.
Correct.
Then you can be like a dove worker, somebody who does all the doves. Look, here's a scarf, here's a dove. Lance Burton, one of the best dove workers in the world, and then took it on to do an illusion show. Then you have illusionists. David Copperfield, look, the Statue of Liberty disappears. I'm walking through the Great Wall of China. Poof, there's a jet plane.
Wow.
So mentalism is a form of magic where we look into people's heads, where we figure out what people are thinking using any one of many different skills. A magician will put a girl in a box and cut her in half. There's one trick to that, and only one trick. It's not which one are we going to use tonight. It's
right.
either do or die.
Yeah.
With mentalism, there's a bunch of different things that I can do to achieve my outcome. And you as an audience may not know it, as an audience member. So I can use skill A or skill B or skill C or skill C, but I'm going to get it right anyway.
Interesting.
And that's part of the fun of my show, is at the very beginning of the show, I explain a bunch of the different skills. I do something cool, and then I explain how I did it.
Right.
And I do something else. And I'm explaining the tricks. So basically, you're seeing my show in reverse. You go see a magic show, you're amazed, and then you want to figure out how the trick works.
Yeah.
With a mentalist show, I'm telling you how the tricks work up front, and then I amaze you with them anyway. And you sit there going, I know what he's doing, but he's still entertaining and flooring me with this stuff.
The first time I saw Mentalist was at the Magic Castle in
Yes.
Hollywood. I'm dating myself. It was in the 70s.
No guy who wanted to date you?
Well, not lately.
Oh, okay.
I worked too hard. But seriously, this guy really blew my mind back then. I mean, it was literally like he was reading my mind. And you do that with like hidden things or envelopes that they wrote something on, and yet you still perceive. Now, I'm practicing my skills as a mentalist, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what could possibly be in this little blue box.
You're reading way too deep into it.
Oh, there you go.
Because the trick you can buy at any magic store. It's called Color Vision. It was given to me. What the trick is inside is a little color cube, and you basically tell the spectator, okay, put it in, memorize the color on the top, and cover it up.
White.
And see, you're a mentalist. There you go. You don't have to date yourself, now you can get a date. So that's what the trick is. And the evolution of my career is, now the way that the trick works, so if you're a magician, shut this off because you're going to be pissed I'm going to give away the secret. So somebody puts the cube in and covers it up, right?
Right.
So as the magician, you take it back and you go, okay, I'm going to guess what it is. And you go, And you stick it behind your back and you go, I'm thinking about it. And then you say to them, focus on the color, focus. I think it's white. And basically what you did behind your back is you move the cover.
Oh.
So as I'm going, focus on it, I'm actually looking right at it. Okay,
Oh.
that's the way the trick works.
Pretty clear. It's all sleight of hand, pretty much.
Well, no, that isn't sleight of hand because my hands are sliding behind my back.
Right.
When you become better at it, now you take it back from somebody, and without them realizing it, is when you switch the cover right in front of them without them seeing, and it never goes behind your back. That's the sleight of hand part.
Okay.
But after doing this for thousands and thousands and thousands of times, I've realized that people set patterns. A woman will put a different color than a man will put. Your first choice will be different than if I do the trick to you a second time. If you're sitting with somebody and I do it to him first, it'll influence your choice. So I learned by logging statistics and statistics after years and years and years what people tend to do. And I use that knowledge as well. So here, take it. Okay, turn around, put whatever color you want face up, memorize the color, I'm turned away, and then put it down. Did you do it?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't need to pick it up.
Okay.
I don't need to touch it. I can pretend like I'm feeling all sorts of stuff, but I can just look at you and watch this. Just think to yourself what the color is. Okay? Now I'm just going to name all the colors. Don't say a thing. Give me your best poker face. That's your constipation face. Give me your best poker face.
Okay.
Okay? Give me your best poker face. Now, this is quite easy. Watch. Don't make any indication. Black, white, red, blue, green, yellow. Now, you see, there's something that I love to do called body language, where I watch you. Now, you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm calling out the colors, and I'm watching for a little difference. I'm watching for a difference in your breathing, in your eyes.
Wow.
I'm watching for any type of difference whatsoever. And based on what I see, I think blue is probably the color that's face up. Now, let's say...
Well.
Well.
Oh,
That's why I'm the mentalist.
that was really
So
well
that's kind
done.
of like the evolution of mentalism, where a magician would do the trick to it, and a mentalist has learned to take it to another level.
That's amazing. Now, of all the great mentalists, there were many. We've talked a little bit. There was Uri Geller. I think he's the one that just rocked the world when he was bending the spoons and everything. We've talked about Banachek and the amazing Kreskin, not Johnny Carson. So, of all of them, who do you admire the most and why? What?
Well, one of the fathers of mentalism, the one who made it really popular years ago, before even television was invented, was a man named Dunninger. So he was fun to study, but he was very, very, focus on the color, and he would scare the crap out of people, and I didn't like that approach.
Okay.
And then years later, we had the amazing Kreskin come out. Now, I saw him on Mike Douglas a million times, and on the Merv Griffin show and the Johnny Carson show, and I did a lot of study of him live. And Kreskin will take an effect like that and make it into a 10-minute routine where for the first 9.5 minutes he's telling you how many celebrities he's met and how popular he is, and then he fools you with the last 30 seconds. And I thought, okay, that's not my way of doing it. My audience should be entertained for the whole process that I have to do until I do the trick. So I went to actually comedy club school and comedy clubs for years and studied comedy. So I want people to laugh, laugh, laugh. Holy crap, how did he do that? Laugh, laugh, laugh. Oh my God. Like that's the way that I want to do it. Banachek was actually a partner of mine.
Oh, wow.
We
that's
had an
wonderful.
act for about a year or so. We tried a 2-person show. And he is probably one of the most creative people in mentalism. If I need something, when I did my TV show, I had a TV show on NBC.
Yes, I want to talk about that for a minute, too, probably the next segment.
He was the first one that I called and said, help me. I need some help creating some interesting stuff. He works with Chris Angel. He works with all the top people in the world. So I have nothing but the most respect for him. Uri Geller didn't use the word mentalist. He used the word psychic. He used to say, I'm going to bend the spoon with my head, with my mind or whatever. Only recently, probably within the last 10 years or so, he's come out and said, yeah, I'm a mentalist, okay. So,
really?
But that's part of the fun about what we do.
Well, your show's so popular. I mean, you get rave reviews across the board. People are, well, it must be that one-on-one or the way that you engage them as well. Like you said, you're making them feel like they're part of like
Yes.
a family or something.
Yes. When I came out to Vegas, I was under the misconception that I was going to be doing a huge show like Siegfried and Roy or Lance Burton. And there was a point in my career when I moved down to the Strip that I was headlining at the Stardust.
Yeah.
And that was an 800-seat room, and it was a dream come true, and it was a nightmare at the same time because it's too big. I didn't get the intimacy that I wanted.
Right.
So when the Stardust came down, I looked for a small room like a comedy club type setting because that's what I'm best at. When somebody else stands up in the audience and I'm telling them what they're thinking, I want you to be able to see their face and go, he's getting it right.
Wow. Just like you got the blue right.
No, that's
I think
nothing.
I know what I gave away, though. I think my eye twitched. When you said blue, I could feel my eye go twitch.
Well, you can watch it back in slow motion on the internet and see her eyes go,
Just one of those little body language things. I better watch myself the next 2 segments. I'm spitting all over him so bad. We need to talk about a couple more things, but we don't have time this segment again. Are you making the time go faster?
Yes, I am. I'm
I
speeding
thought
things
so.
up.
Okay, well, quick shout out to the Red Roof Inn. It's on Paradise. Free continental breakfast and Wi-Fi for guests. Don't go away. We've got more coming up.